What does our work mean if it does not impact the lives of individuals?
Scientists are in the business of trying to understand reality, trying to understand truth, given the scientific tools that they have. Sometimes they can uncover uncomfortable situations that go against narratives that are favored by powerful people.
When a researcher or a scientist is targeted for their work, this not only has a chilling effect on their work, but is a generally chilling effect on science. It tells people to be cautious, to not be expansive in their ideas. And this silencing is really detrimental to progression in science.
I actually feel that it's part of our professional duty to stand up for science, and part of that is supporting other scientists.
I'm Martin Chelfie. I'm a professor of biology at Columbia University, and in 2015, I became the chair of the Committee on Human Rights. CHR serves as a bridge between the human rights community and the science, engineering, and health communities. And over the years, a main focus of the CHR has been on advocacy to natural and social scientists, engineers, and health professionals anywhere in the world who have suffered serious human rights abuses. We have had the support of several thousand members of the academies that have advocated on behalf of the CHR, have informed us about colleagues at risk all over the world, and have assisted more generally our work in promoting human rights. The CHR has taken on well over 1,000 cases, individuals whose human rights have been abused, from detention to arrest to torture to harassment, doxing, and sometimes even death.
My name is Chen. I'm Carl Richard Soderberg Professor of Power Engineering from MIT. The unjust criminal case against me started on January 14, 2021. In the early morning of that day, I was making coffee. Over 10 federal agents stormed into my home. They woke up my wife and my daughter from their sleep, handcuffed me in front of them, and took me away, put me in prison. After a year of living in hell, the government dropped all its charges against me in January 2022. I still vividly remember when they dragged me away. I wanted to talk to my wife, but I was scared of saying anything in Chinese, so I didn't say anything.
I'm Helen Mack, president of the Myrna Mack Foundation. On September 11th of 1990, my sister, who was a social anthropologist, was doing an investigation about displaced people and was killed by a special unit of intelligence of the Army. And the National Academy of Science, the committee came to see the trial, was one of the best supports that the case had.
My name is Andreas Georgiou, and I'm an economist and statistician. Well, it is a well-known fact that In my birth country, Greece, official statistics had been manipulated and misreported for many years. My role was to actually produce reliable, credible, and trustworthy official statistics for the country. However, in the process, I attracted the wrath and the attacks of a large part of the political spectrum in Greece. I was prosecuted. I faced 7 different court proceedings. The fact that CHR has shown uninterruptedly and unswervingly support all these years has been very important to me in a stressful time that has lasted for a very long period.
The value of voicing support is immeasurable. When you're suffering mistreatment, either from your government or from other people, it's a very lonely place to be. And to know that your community is standing up for you, that you have a community, and that community is behind you, is incredibly important.
In order for science to progress, we need to be able to have people freely discuss their ideas and opinions, and to associate with the people they can best collaborate with.
And that's why it's important to have these kind of rights to fight for. Other way, you're gonna be just like, you know, how do you say, borreguitos.
I think it's important to have a committee that looks outside to see what is going on around the world and to be nimble enough to address issues as they change. CHR needs to continue to have new voices, to have new topics, but to never move away from its mission that human rights is a critical part of the scientific enterprise.